good. I haven't done this in a while. That doesn't seem right.
Unless it's loading enough. Yeah, check.
And quit it.
I got this on RTFH right now.
Yes.
So I think it's connected. It just
Not
has
showing
it. It has it as like.
Let's see. That should now show this.
There you go. Yep.
There
So
it
we're good. And I hear my own voice.
Testing, testing.
Like it's picking up sound near the iPad. So, yeah.
Hello.
Donated to temple. Yeah. No, not today. Everybody's sitting over here. Nobody's sitting over here.
Waiting for them to come. We're being polite. How many on the list? Creature of habit. 50, right? Creature of habit. You'll have to pull me in on it. Okay, time up. Oh, good time last one. This is recording sound, right? I should sit way over there. This was center. I don't know. Yeah, usually center. Yeah, all the people that's supposed to be there. Yeah, I'm sure. Right, you're usually here. He's right behind us. We switched. I'll put a chair behind. You and I switched. Like Margaret and Homer. Oh, you must be like somebody to join you. That's right. I'll be like a magnet type of force. That's good. Okay. It's for.
It's just.
Did it eight flats. That way that's the one. But you want to- How are you doing, Rebecca?
Good.
We're not reading the story black, so those are not polluting the soul. I can. Absolutely. What? I think a book. Yeah. I'll take one too. Thank you. Testing, testing. When you teach the little ones,
teach them beginning Hebrew, any Hebrew, or leave that to the religious school teacher.
Very little bit.
Not like 10 years old. Yeah.
Me personally,
You don't, you leave it to the religious school.
last year, I taught 7th grade. We did prayers, we did prose, we did like quality. This year, we're going to do 6th grade. Focus on much of the day.
Yeah. Our grandson is entering on Monday, 5th grade.
Not
Yeah, but Marty wants to teach him, long distance. I mean, he can recite the prayers, but he doesn't read it. I mean, Josh taught him by rote, whatever, but Marty would like to, get a line.
that's amazing. 15 minutes. Don't do more than 15 minutes.
That's what I tried doing. I took Shabbat, the Hebrew and the transliteration. And then underneath, each letter and the next one, what the sound is. Is that a good way? I don't know. But I put the letter, shape the letter, what it sounds like. Listening to the vowels.
You don't want to overwhelm him. Maybe you start with about 5. And you might connect that with one vowel. Your favorite song. Actually, you know what's the one vowel? And there are a lot of once in materials. We have a bunch of stuff. But you really want to start very simply. You don't overwhelm them. And so then it's fun.
I took the candlelight, Shabbat candlelight, and I'm trying to break down each word.
Well, you do, but also the idea of teaching important right? Try to recognize that. Try to recognize the letters.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm starting.
A lot of American institutions
Yeah.
that's a good way to go. But I'm gonna look at maybe they have some ideas too, and things to share with them online.
I know. Well, me,
Goodness. Fifth grade, was that?
problem with book. She doesn't have a printer, so I can't make copies easily.
So then let's say,
Yeah.
after on your behalf.
That's all. I'm just trying to find. He knows what the toilet is a lump. And that word and the transliteration next to it. Try to get something that makes sense.
I would say that's maybe try to like a sex word.
Squirrel came to service. Yeah, he's up there. There we go. Yeah. Well, he was squirrel.
What's your name? Yeah. Menace.
Approach.
Menace. Just like a guy outside writing.
Monarch. We're seeing something,
Okay.
Yay. Oh, it's a kickball. Remember? Okay. A nice purple flower.
Oh, I definitely will.
Did you track in the butterfly?
How are you?
It's good. Yes. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I'm in limbo at school. They're putting in so when you're wandering through violin. Yeah. You're making me into the fiddler.
Decisions.
My wife went to the year like that. Called the Park.
Shabbat Shalom. It's wonderful to have everyone here for our annual Twilight Shabbat outdoors service. Last year we were not able to hold the service, and 2 years ago it rained, so we haven't been able to join together like this in quite a while, and it's great to have everyone here together, and for everyone who's joining us on YouTube watching the service this evening. Shabbat Shalom. As we celebrate our Judaism, we celebrate being outside. Now, this isn't quite the outside that you might find in the country or in the suburbs, but New Yorkers know how to make the most out of whatever outside we can get, even if there'll be a siren and a Mr. Softy truck coming by at some point during the course of this service. Those are the sounds of nature for New York that we appreciate. And we especially love our backdrop, which is courtesy of Juan, our custodian, who has a green thumb and has spent the last year and a half while being here at Temple, making sure our plant background was as beautiful as it could be. So make sure to say thanks to Juan when you see him. We're going to start by lighting our candles, and we're inviting Dory and Lawrence Brown to come up and help us with our candle lighting on page 120. And we continue with the Kiddush on page 123, and we're going to use the powers of imagination. The cantor is holding a Kiddush cup. You can make it silver or ceramic or glass, or it can be whatever you want. Picture it in her hand as we rise for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam borei peri ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'yahau ratzon gilanu. Hashem Bereshit, Kibuyom Tehillah, V'Mikai Kodesh, Zeichen Yitziat Mitzrayim. V'Anu Ve'otai Yidrashka Mikol Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. And we sanctify Shabbat with words, if not with wine.
Take an opportunity to put down your prayer book and walk over to somebody else around here and wish them a Shabbat Shalom, find out who they are, and celebrate this Shabbat with each other.
Oh, no. Anything's weird. She's the same page. Did you? They combined it. So, like, there's a kid that can't live here. But it's still there. Oh, no, maybe it's not there. There's some certain areas where small like Fruits Village, maybe there's some kids in Fruits Village. Yeah. What? Did you want to say something? Oh, and they want to probably go to party. But thank you.
Please be seated.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
As we welcome each other, we welcome the ministering angels of Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamelech, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Olachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Say them shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon.
bottom of the facing page. Waking from his sleep, Jacob said, "Truly Adonai is in this place, and I did not know. Achein yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh, v'anochi lo yadati." He was awestruck, and he said, "How awe-inspiring is this place. There is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." Jacob in the wilderness discovered what he hadn't seen. He had seen only desert, abandonment, and alone. But when he woke up, he saw God and connection and spirituality. Keep that in mind as we move through our service. Page 138, L'chadodi, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Call to worship, the Baruch, page 146, the page numbers in the brackets. Page 148, we read together in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chokma poteach sha'arim, v'gvuna mishane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'misader et hakochavim, u'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei koshek, v'koshek mipnei or.
Matir yom umeiri laila, matir ben yom ben laila, Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Barim. And we continue on page 677 with Open Up Our Eyes. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Amen.
Please be seated. Page 154, we join together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol levacha u'b'kol nafshecha u'b'kol me'odecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'reitecha u'lechtecha b'aderet u'shachrucha u'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yedecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tizkeru vasitem et komitzvotai vitem kiroshim v'noretem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzetechem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'yot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Amen. Page 159. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, for soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. On the facing page.
Who is like you? I don't know. Who is like you? I don't know.
we sing the next prayer of the Hashkivenu on page 160 in the sanctuary, we speak of God's presence over us, and we look up and there's a ceiling. Now the ceiling over us is the Shemayim, the heavens up above. Let us reach out to God as we share in the Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim. Ushmos Titenu, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Be'olidenu Tumreinu Lechaim.
We continue with the Tefillah, beginning on page 164 and using only the even numbered pages. Please rise.
Open up my lips, let my mouth declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagedol Hagibor v'Hanura, El Eloi, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imachot, U'Bevi Yehuda Livnei Bneihem, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחייב הכל, אתה רק להושיע, מוריד בצער, מחכה חיים בחסד. בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומציל אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, איש אלי אהבה. ata Adonai, Shechayei Hakol. Ata kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom ya'alelu b'sela. Baruch ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Together, you are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. On the bottom of page 179. From the Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai. Don't stop after beating the swords into plowshares, don't stop. Go on beating and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first. Shalom Rav, our prayer for peace on the facing page.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. Ki hatavu melech Adon, le'kol hashalom. Ki hatavu melech Adon, le'kol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. V'todei lecha livorei et amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה נשתבח. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amka, Nasim Le'olam. Nasim Le'olam. Nasim Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue with our own private prayers. This is the time to hear the tapestry of the jungle and forest that is New York. What sounds do you hear the wildlife all around us?
יהיו לרצון עם רעבים והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני.
think now of people who need our strength and our love and our caring, people sick and ill, people in our own families and friends, people in our community, people across this world. As the Reformed Temple of Forest Hill, we're especially thinking of our members, Elaine Wall, Rochelle Weinberg, Ronnie Heller, Jamie Stern, Leah Stern, Joan Lipton, Arlene Green, Sadie Rosenkrantz, Elise Leibowitz, Roberta Traeger, Jody Ann Herman, Judith Lacasio, Judith Rubin. I invite you, if you're thinking of someone in particular at this time, to share their name out loud as I point in your general direction.
Mona Braun, George Keller flag.
Okay, with cheese.
Words of strength on our lips, we offer a Mishaberach for healing in the middle of page 370. This week's Torah portion is Re'eh from the book of Deuteronomy, and it begins with some pretty well-known words from the Torah, not quite as well-known as the most recent Torah portions had, but it begins, Re'eh anochi noten lefanechem hayom bracha uklala. See this day I set before you blessing and curse. Blessing if you obey the commandments of the eternal your God, which I enjoin upon you this day, and curse if you do not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. Set out pretty clearly. There's blessings, there's curses, and that's the two choices, blessings and curses. And many of the standard rabbinical commentators focused that way. Seforno, one of the great rabbinical commentators, I know we've been on a Rashi kick the last few weeks, but we're moving to Seforno tonight. Seforno said, the choice between blessing and curse does not permit a compromise. They are two opposites between which one must choose. And as you hear that, it makes me think of right now, the world we live in today, where everything is one way or the other way. Either it's all the way I want it or it's terrible. We see this most perhaps in politics, where there's only right and wrong. And it doesn't matter, that could be different parties, that could be within one party, that could be people on the same side of an issue, but with a disagreement. There's only all my way or the other way, which is clearly a curse and wrong. People focus on blessings and curses as if they're obvious and binary. And yet we know all too well there is a lot of gray in between most blessings and curses. And frankly, some things that we think are blessings turn out to be curses, and some things that we think are curses turn out to be blessings. Earlier this evening, we spoke about Jacob, who wandering in the wilderness all alone felt that he had been cursed by God. And then after his dream with the ladder and the angels going up and down, he recognized that he had been blessed. We read the poem by Yehuda Amichai, who spoke how we turn weapons into plowshares, their swords into plowshares, and then their plowshares into musical instruments, turning a curse in his mind, the weapons of war, into blessings, farm implements, into greater blessings, musical instruments. Blessings and curses are not quite as obvious as we tend to pick. Think of our own lives. So many of the things that have been the most frustrating, the disappointing in our lives, are the same things that led us to our greatest blessings. You get fired from a job, only to get a much better job that you like even more. You break up with someone, only to find the person who's the love of your life. And then sometime later, that person becomes the curse in your life. In fact, most often, the things that are the most struggle for us, the most disappointing, the most frustrating, the most anger-inducing, are also the things that are our greatest teachers. We grow because of what went wrong in our life. When things go right in our life, we take it that great, things go right, I love it. But it's when things go wrong that we have to reassess and think, what do we need to do differently? So the curses in our life are actually the things that lead us into our blessings. Stanley Kunitz, one of the poet laureates of the United States, wrote once, "And every stone on the road precious to me, in my darkest night, when the moon was covered and I roamed through wreckage, a nimbus-clouded voice directed me, live in the layers, not on the litter. Though I lack the art to decipher it, no doubt the next chapter in my book of transformations is already written. I am not done with my changes." We have to look a little deeper. We have to live in the layers, not on the litter. We have to live in the details around us. It is too easy to see things and get sad and frustrated and angry because of them and stop right there. And that's the end of our analysis. We see blessings and curses and choose curses. Maybe sometimes we can live a little deeper, think a little more, embrace what's around us, a little more into our eyes and our mind and our hands and our heart. And we will discover that some of the blessings in our life actually will lead to be, some of the curses in our life will lead to be blessings. Some of the things that most frustrate us will actually be the things that we most celebrate in years to come. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to share some simchas now, good things that have happened to you in recent days or weeks to your family. But I am limited how far I can go because we only have a cord here. And if we go too close to either speaker, we're going to get terrible feedback and people are going to be upset. So if you have a simcha, why don't you raise your hand and call it out and I'll repeat it. And we can all hear it, including everybody who's joining us on YouTube. Lawrence. Lawrence just applied to colleges for the first time, starting college in there. Sadie. You just came back from where? Sadie just came back from Hershey Park and apparently had a good time. Yes. Eli. His birthday is in 10 days. Very nice. How old are you going to be, Eli? Emily.
Don't ask me my age.
Right.
We had a great, amazing Women's Connection meeting last night. Yeah.
Great Women's Connection meeting amazing Women's Connection meeting last night. Joe. Joe's parents' 50th wedding anniversary is today. Marjorie. Marjorie has been meeting with friends on Zoom and finally, after forever, they actually got together in person. Ben.
It'll be my dad's 50th birthday this Sunday.
His dad's birthday this Sunday. Scott. Scott went to a theater costume exhibition in Midtown. Was it good? Small but nice. Talk to Scott for more details. Suzanne?
I listened to the CDC and I canceled my trip to Greece and I missed wildfires, the pandemic level being number 4. I just prayed that was what the strokes I prayed.
Suzanne is being safe. Well, it's wonderful to hear good things happening. As always, we can look around and see all the curses in our world, and there is an unending list of things that are wrong in our world. But that doesn't mean there aren't blessings too. And we have to find them, embrace them, and share them with each other. Shabbat shalom. We move to opening our, to the Aleinu. This ark may not be so familiar to us because it only came to temple in January of 2019. And you remember that we stopped doing things shortly after that in person. So this is our new a portable ark that we're glad to have donated to our temple. And to help us open it for Aleinu, I wondered if Eli and Sadie would come up and help. Page 586 in the middle of the page, please rise.
Aleinu Shabbat Adon Hakol, Latit Ilan Yotzei Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kiboye Ha'aratzot, Velo Samanu Kimishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sampetin Bahem, Velo Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Anachnu Kori, Umishtachadim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ve'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, V'melech al kol ha'aretz, Hayom hahu, Hayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shmo, U'shmo, U'shmo echad.
Please be seated. One of the biggest struggles in our life is when people pass away. They're not there for us. We can't be with them. Sometimes we recognize there are blessings that come with people's passings. But we know for sure that one of the blessings we have is the power of memory. The gift that we've been given to remember someone that has died, even many, many years after they've gone. They still can be in our heart and our thoughts. This week, we mark the yard site, the anniversary of the passing of Jacob S. Boehner, Michael Benjamin, Henry Blatt, Esther Bohm, Minna Breslau, H. Boris Burns, Anna Cantor, Jacob Chack, Bertha Esipov, Bella Floria, Sidney Friedlander, Miriam Friedman, Ilya Gerzon, Israel L. Glasser, Irving Glazer, Georgine Gutheim, Samuel Heinerfield, Margot Kaiser, Patricia Kessler, Jack Constant, Kate Cushion, Mark Landsberger, Eva Langman, Leonard Lawrence, Jacob Lehman, Hyman Levitt, Edith Levy, Bella Muhlstein, Annie Nathans, Henrietta Pasternak, Henry Perrell, Allegra Perry, Ray Post, Abraham Rauch, Paul Rubin, Irving Rifkin, Fanny Rubenstein, Rosa Sachs, Abraham Singerman, DeWald Strauss, Esther Strong, Peter Warrenoff, Gloria Woolner, Asher Zaffron, Bernard Zweifach. We note in sadness the recent passing of Peggy Troupin, friend of Amy Geffen and George Shapiro. If you're particularly remembering someone this evening, we invite you to share their name out loud as I point in your direction in the congregation. For all those in our hearts, we join together in our mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal, Yitgadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'amad, Devrach, Ute, Be'amlik Malkute, B'chayekon of Yomechon, Ukaye Deko Beit Yisrael, Agalav Izman Kariv, Bimru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah, Mevarach, Le'olam, Omei, Omai. Yitbarak, Yishtabak, Yitpa'ar, Yitromam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalev, Yitalal, Shmei Dikudusha, Baraku. Le'ela minko birkata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nechamata, damiran be'amal v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'roha, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to every broken heart. And let us say,
Ose shalom b'yomah, uyase shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
amen. Please be seated. Asked to make the announcement this evening. It's getting a little scarier out there. We had a wonderful July all together, and we have to be cognizant not to be lazy or frivolous in our ways. We appreciate everybody here wearing masks tonight, which we're now asking everybody to do at Temple. Whatever inside or outside, to be wearing masks. As things keep developing, whether here at Temple or in our community, in our city, our state, our country, our world, there's a lot of curses that we come across. But there have been good things that come out of it. I've often said, I don't believe in the expression, every cloud has a silver lining. I think that's just a lie that people say to people when they don't know what else to say about something horrible that's happened to them. But I do believe that out of every cloud, we can find a blessing. It may not mean that we wanted that cloud, that darkness, that curse in our life. But that doesn't mean the only thing that comes out of the curse is the curse. We can find good things. We found opportunities to grow as a community and get stronger together during the last year and a half. So as things develop in the coming months, and we know we will get back to a better place. Every step up a mountain isn't always in a straight up line. Sometimes you have to go down into a ravine to climb back up to the top again. So look on those blessings. Maybe as we climb down in that ravine, you'll find a hidden waterfall or a long lost friend or a group of bears. And if they eat you, it might be a curse, but if they just play in front of you, it's a blessing. So got to take what you get. So everyone, please be safe. Don't relax and be that we're done, it's over, we won, yay. We have way still to go, but we're gonna get there all together as a community and as a world. We're gonna share in the Motzi over here. After services tonight, we don't have a standard oneg. We're gonna put a little delay on foods where everyone's taking their masks off and chit-chatting with each other inside for a while on onegs. But we do have a to-go neg. And so thanks to our Women's Connection, on your way out tonight, you can stop by here to get some challah, and you can On the way out, we have some prepackaged snacks that you can grab and take home with you for eating later tonight or all week long if you need that reminder during the week. So I'm going to go over there to cut the challah, and Cantor will lead us in the modes.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem mi'haaretz, b'kei avon.
Bon appetit. And we will close with Adon Olam, which is on page 625.
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzira le'eina asar v'ebzo atzai melech shemo yikra v'yachtarei b'kot hakol levado imrut nora ve'u'ariah ve'u'omer ve'u'yeveti bara. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzira le'eina asar v'ebzo atzai melech shemo yikra v'yachtarei b'kot hakol levado imrut nora ve'u'ariah ve'u'omer ve'u'yeveti bara. ואחד בין שני להמשיכו להכירו בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולעוז בעם ישראל והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצורפי פי וישרה והוא ניסי ומנוסי ועד כוסי ביום אקרא. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzira le'eina asar v'ebzo atzai melech shemo yikra ve'achtarei b'kot hakol levado imrut nora ve'u'ariah ve'u'omer ve'u'yeveti bara. Ve'aydo afkid ve'ishan ve'ayira ve'imruki eviati Adonai li velo ira. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, u'mevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom u'mevorach. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzira le'eina asar v'ebzo atzai melech shemo yikra ve'achtarei b'kot hakol levado imrut nora ve'u'ariah ve'u'omer ve'u'yeveti bara.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.